Hello guys, welcome back to the trading gap. This is I think episode number 4. I'm just going to backtest last week price action to see the gap between the actual performance of the strategy versus the live performance. Starting from 14th of April till 17th, because Friday it was the volume was very low. I think it was public holiday. That's why I didn't trade on Friday, but from Monday to Thursday it was not the best price action. On Monday there was, but after that it became sideways. But yeah, we'll go and look onto that later. So this is just the Frankfurt Open. I'm just going to start from there. Let's see. So going from the daily time frame, we'll just make a quick analysis from the daily. As we know, we have been moving pretty aggressively to the upside. We have been making higher highs and higher lows. We have broke off this one as well, this high as well. We have swept major buy side liquidities, and anytime we can see that pullback kicking in for this whole entire leg. But if it keep forming the 1 hour protected lows and order flow never shift on 4 hour and 1 hour, then I'm not assuming that we are getting this. So yeah, main focus is just to continue looking for longs from the high probability POIs, that it's swap liquidity with the proper well developed range, and focus on longs until we see that kind of strong shift giving that protected highs to trade from, and then we can play the pullback. So until then, let's just focus on the longs. That's from the daily. Going from the going on the 4 hour time frame, as we can see, that's the recent breakup structure giving us this low as strong, and this is the only unmitigated demand at the extreme left for it to hold to price to remain bullish. And after that we have this change of character here, but we never broken below, so that means we are not getting a pullback. Now clearly demand is in control, right, and we're just stuck in this demand for a while. It's not going anywhere, but just to make it simple, main idea is to continue looking for longs and take out the highs, right? We pull back, we never had this chart, but overall trend is to the upside, and then if we get a proper shift on 1 hour giving us hyper POI to trade from, then yeah, we can definitely continue looking for longs to run these highs, which is the week high. It's simple as that. Going on the 1 hour time frame now. This is the 1 hour time frame. Got the breakup structure. This is the recent breakup structure. This is the low that was formed through sweep of liquidity, and we move to the upside, breaking very convincing low of these highs with very strong bullish candles. So that is the strong protected lows. We are formed through sweep, so we pull back into here, mitigated the extreme demand. This is the only demand that has to hold for it to remain bullish to run the highs. It's only confirmed when this high is broke, this high is weak. Otherwise we are still contained within this bearish range, but we already pulled back into this extreme, right? So this is the only level that has to hold if we are to remain bullish to run this high. So we can't be early in the market and expect this high to go, and ultimately this high to go, because we're coming from the extreme and order flow is clearly bullish. Main expectation is just to follow the order flow that is bullish order flow to run these highs. Anyway, on this Monday, there was no any clear demand because this was all Asian session. If we can see this indicator, see these are all Asian session POI, which is typically low volume. So now I want to see a POI that is formed during the London session that give us fresh POI to trade from for longs and take out the highs. All right, let's see. Let's turn this off. Just waiting for a POI to form during the session. We swept liquidity, so this is the time on the London pre-London. We swept the liquidity, and if we just look at this piece of price action, what happened? We pull down, we push up, swept the liquidity, broke this high. That means this high is weak. Ultimately our main focus is to run these highs, right? So because of that, now we have this fresh demand. This is a fresh demand because it has led to this break. If we just take this one, what happened was we push down, push up, push down, push up, push down, push up. which is this one. So what happened was, during London we formed a fresh PY that formed through sweep of liquidity, breaking these multiple highs, and this high is weak. That means the recent order flow is bullish, so my main focus is to focus on the longs and then take this high. If we go on M15, now I want to see this low taken out for longs. Right, okay. Yeah, there is bullish order flow kicking in, which is really good, giving us some kind of protected lows. Why this is strong? Because it led to this break of the highs. My main focus is to run these highs now. So we never broke. Also, either this is the valid entry model, or I want to see something built here. For example, this low break this high and get liquidated and get long here. Even though if it doesn't reach here, it's okay. I just need to see the fake break, liquidation of that fake break, and buy stop order of the high, and then yeah, run these highs. We never broke these highs. Now I want to see this high to get taken out of the fake break, which it never did, and it after we swept this one, it never got tagged in, because that would be my entry. See, it never triggered the buy stop, so entry model never formed. And now we still is still in this demand, hasn't failed yet, but there was no any entry model, and I think it was outside session anyway. No, it was not outside session, but eventually it just failed. So there was no any entry model, and that is the session for Monday. Right now, this is New York. There is not much going on here. We don't have any fresh POI. So after we see this low get broken, now this is becoming weak. You can literally follow the sell right here to run this low, because this low is weak. What happened was, this was the push up. My main focus was to run this high from this demand, but what happened was we literally shifted bearish. Now after we shift bearish, this low is big. Why? Because it has failed to break and close above this high. Now we can literally continue looking for sells from this POI with the expectation to run the highs, to run this low, sorry. But since overall everything is bullish, right? See, we are coming from this massive momentum, still demand is in control. Playing sell aggressively with the expectation to run this low, it's a bit aggressive, and yeah, it's not that great, because we came from the extreme, and if this fails, most likely we're gonna switch bearish. But now its price action is not the best. From here we should have at least run these highs and then pull back, but it's getting a little bit messier here as well, because it should have followed through, but now instead it's coming back down. So we are again coming into this kind of range where it has been mitigated already. So yeah, I'm not really interested in sells until and unless I don't see this 4 hour change of character or a strong convincing shift. Then probably we can expect deeper pullback for this whole 4 hour leg, but it's not confirmed. So let's just wait. That's outer session, so I want to go next day on Tuesday, which is this one. So on Tuesday, this was the price action. If we map the internals, internal is this one. Internal was bullish, swing is bullish, expectation is to run the highs, but because of this massive price action in between, it's not clear at all. It's not showing clear intention, so I want to wait for a breakout of this whole range, with giving us fresh POI. That is, if I see some kind of fresh POIs, because it has now already swept the liquidity. If I see convincingly break like this, like clear move away, then I will capture the this move to run these highs and ultimately this high. But let's see, right? Let's see if we can get that convincing move to the upside, which we never did, and we just came back into the range again. So as we can clearly see, we are in the range. Let's it's not going anywhere. So this is range, and yeah, I don't want to force any trade at the moment. Price action is literally going sideways. There's no any clear intention. That's the end of the New York session. We're coming back into this extreme again. So now, in order for it to form the higher low from here, it does not make sense. Why? Because this demand has been mitigated already. Now what will make sense for it to form that higher low to form to run the highs is that, since everything is mitigated, if we can get this sharp sweep of this one and then a strong shift like this, then probably we can expect it to go. But if we kind of break convincingly like that, then probably we are getting a deeper pullback. But price action is not the best. Literally going sideways without any commitment. We have been sweeping the lows, sweeping the highs. This is the time where we should just sit on our hands and focus on the other pairs, right? Tuesday, there was not much on Tuesday as well. Let's go on Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday we have a clear move away, right? We swept some kind of liquidities, but what do we have? Internal is bearish again. What this means is that we had this swing structure bullish. That's the week. We pulled back. Internal was bearish. Sorry, internal was bullish, and this at this point objective was to run the highs. That's why we're focusing on the long here. Price action was not the best on Tuesday. We ignored, and later on we got the breakup structure, giving us some kind of protected highs, either this or this, because it led to this break of this low. But now what we have clean move away. Yes, internal is bearish. We can literally go down as well, but price action is so messy now. Why? Because if we look at this impulsive price action here, and this is whole correction, and the correction is getting way long, so it normally, that's not how the impulsive phase is. Why? Right? Because normally once we get that everything aligned, it mitigated the extreme, normally it will actually follow through. Instead it has not. So it's very weak price action. What I mean is, for example, if we have this bullish range, right, and we are pulling back into this strong, and after we got that strong shift, at this point, if price action is simple and it's very easy to read, because at this point it's very easy to read, because now internal is aligned with the swing structure and this high is weak. So our main objective will be to run the highs, but instead it didn't, and it didn't follow through and switch barriers. That means now this is weak. So now the correction is becoming way large, and now we're just sweeping highs and lows, and we're just trading in the range. So we're playing the bullish objective of this range. Now it's getting way messy, and now this is not that relevant if we focus on just this strong structure and the weak structure, because the price action is getting way messy and it's very difficult to read and precise the entry. So best thing to do is just wait for the clear breakout and trade from the fresh range, which is well developed. That is why I was not really interested in looking for any trade on the euro dollar. But anyway, we have this clean move away. If we can get some kind of entry, then yeah, it is a valid, but I will not put too much attention to this one anymore. So let's see if we can get any POIs formed during this session. Yeah, just price action is very sideways. That's the end of the Wednesday. Now let's go on Thursday. Yeah, see, price action is literally sideways. Yes, we had this move up, we have this moved up. Somehow this is strong, but now we all have this liquidity resting below. We have this liquidity resting above. Somehow this is strong, right? We pull back into the extreme, and it's not looking great at all. So I'm just happy to let this go and see how price action is. Yeah, so after we got this sweep, it would be better if we had that convincing shift like that. Then we will be out of the range, which is literally this one, which will be out of the range, and now we can literally trade the range, which is pure form to sweep and go long from here to run this high. But now price action is literally sweeping highs, coming into the range, sweeping lows, coming into the range. What it means is has been sweeping the highs, coming back into the range, sweeping the highs, coming back into the range. So we don't have any clear intention. That means no need to force things, right? And that's another end of the session. So euro dollar was really bad. It was, see, price action is really mess. And on Friday I did not trade it at all because price action was very sideways, as we can see. Price was very small, there was no any real volume. So coming into the week, I think it was pretty, this trade was high probability if we could get a lower time frame entry model, but we never got. And after that, after we got this kind of break, now this is really getting sideways. And when the correction is pretty large than the impulse, that means it's not looking great, because normally it has to follow through, because that's the healthy market conditions. Right now it's really choppy, and it's not follow through, and it's sweeping the highs, like coming back into the range with literally sideways, and we're still sideways. So coming into the week now, what I want to say is either convincingly break to the upside and trade from the fresh range, right, and capture the long. If not, like, let's see if we can get a convincing shift, then probably we can expect a deeper pullback for this whole daily range like that. So yeah, that's it from euro dollar. It was not something, this trade was only the this would be the very good trade, but after that it just went sideways. See, this was Tuesday. Yeah, this was Tuesday, it was not something clean, and this was on Wednesday, it was not good at all. Thursday, just coming, like, very weird price action. On Friday was not the best at all. So yeah, thanks so much guys for watching. Even though there were no any setups, so this is the instance where we should just sit on our hands and like not force anything and wait for the clean breakout like that and trade from the fresh range, and just focus on the other pairs, right? We don't have to force just euro dollar. We have other pairs like pound dollar, Aussie dollar, dollar yen, gold. Like, you know, GU was much cleaner than euro. If we just quickly go over pound dollar, if we can see, yeah, see, it was pretty nice. We have been trending, right? See, we have been trending. It was not that very weak price action, except it was on Friday because of the low volume, but yeah, GU was clean. If we quickly go on Aussie dollar as well, Aussie dollar was not the best, as we can see. It's literally going sideways as well, but yeah, other pairs like pound dollar, it was really good. Yeah, euro dollar was not the best at all. Yeah, this week really taught me how to just sit on hands and let's not force anything, you know, just focus on the good setup and focus on the clean range and trade from there. Yeah, thanks so much for watching guys. I really appreciate, and yeah, give me the feedback if I have to improve on anything, and tell me if you need any other contents, like, you know, any other contents, like if you want me to backtest the other pairs or talk about anything or talk about some concepts that I use for my strategy. Yeah, I'm happy to make a video of that as well. Thanks guys, I'll see you next weekend. Bye bye.